We have a new game on our hands, and that is Wildgate, done by a complete new studio called Dreamhaven, or Dreamhaven, I believe it's called. And it's ex-developers on Blizzard. They've made this new team, and they're working on a couple new games, and this game caught my eye, as it's multiplayer-centric and reminds me of Marauders, and Marauders was a PvE/PvP game at the same time. And it's got some interesting mechanics at play. So let's watch this trailer together, and go through it, and give our reaction. Straight away, the announced trailer is going live. You can see some of the characters, the characteristics of them, and also the color usage in this game. Graphics is interesting, to say the least. More cartoonish.
Realm of discovery.
You got the funny commentator, not myself, but another person commentating this gameplay. Or the announced trailer.
But hey, I'm sure you'll be fine. Now, you're gonna need...
So you need a team. You got 4 players in each team. Seems to be around 5 teams in total, so it's a 20-player experience in this PvPvE experience, and it should be quite interesting. They all got goofiness towards them, the characteristics. I don't know if I really like it as much compared to like a cool-ass character, but this works out. This can still work.
Time to break something.
Seems to be harvesting or doing some PvE missions here. Getting weapons.
Quality upgrade.
Building up their ship. Nice.
Keep her flying, and you'll find wonders.
This is cool. This is cool.
Beyond your wildest dreams.
Oh yeah.
And collecting a bounty.
Wildgate open.
Or the other crews will blast you and take your loot.
And by doing so, I think it opens up the rest of the realm and gives an alert to everyone else in the vicinity that you've got the end-game goal, the gauntlet, and you have to pretty much run to extraction. Like Hunt Showdown, now they're trying to escape with their ships, and that's kind of cool. Ship combat is there as well. Not just weapons and such on infantry. So it's kind of cool. Outrun or outgun.
Getting away. So get ready.
Shield mechanics, seems to be different ships in play, different classes as well. We'll see the overview in a bit. It goes through maybe some of that information.
Use your turrets.
Stealing their stuff.
Hell, use their turrets. Traps, tractor beams.
They got some mechanics from like Sea of Thieves. When you start like, not bleeding the ship. When the ship starts getting pretty much full of water or getting damaged, and you have to try and take the water out or patch it up. The same thing happens here, but with flames, as your ship is going to go down if you don't, take care of it. Keep it intact. You know, survive.
Because the Reach gives.
Resources in.
Coming in hot.
And the Reach takes.
Damage! Major damage!
As you see here.
Can't promise fame
Yeah,
and
there you
fortune here.
Mine layer here.
Or that you'll even make it back.
It looks interesting.
Get to the gate. Go, 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 go.
But I can promise this.
That's my artifact.
It's gonna be one hell of a story.
Nice. That's Wildgate. Mechanically, just from the way it looks right now, the stuff you see in the announcement trailer, a lot of things are happening. A lot of moving parts, which is really fun for me because I love learning games and be able to showcase those games to other mates on the channel and our audience. That's always been a fun experience. And Wildgate seems to have that itch that it's like Marauders plus Hunt Showdown plus all these other extraction shooter games, but in space. And it's done well, and it could look like to be a really fun game for all audiences. Not just like a particular adult audience, but for all ages, which is really fun. Because you can have those weird times when proxy chat is going insane against teams. I'm hoping there's proxy chat in this game. That would be the best thing ever. And there's also a playtest if you want to sign up to it, so please do so. I've done the exact same thing, so hopefully I get in and be able to showcase some more gameplay in the near future. Let's jump into the next trailer, which is an overview trailer as well for the game.
I want to tell you about a place called the Typhon Reach. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's where legends are made. Legends like the Gamma Gang.
So you've got a group or
They did a smash
organization
and
of
grab
some
on
sort.
the artifact like nobody's ever seen.
Collect an artifact, there you go.
But
And try and
first,
escape with it.
let's back up. How'd they even make it this far?
It's identical to Hunt Showdown, but instead of versing a boss to collect the bounty, you're collecting an artifact, then from there, you have to extract. Exact same mechanic. So many people that have played Hunt Showdown will most likely gravitate to this game easily, and other players that have played Sea of Thieves or other games similar to this, or Deep Rock Galactic, when it comes to resource gathering, that's another mechanic in this game, which is kind of similar to that.
When you're in the Reach, you're after one thing. The artifact. The most valuable object in the known universe. And if you're brave or stupid enough to go after it, you won't be alone. Be the first crew to find it, snatch it, and pass through the Wildgate, or be the last crew left standing.
There might be a time when a team does extract with the bounty that other players have to leave within 5 minutes with their ships. If they don't, they end up dying in the server. That could be a case there as well.
It all starts with your ship. Whether you're mining asteroids, scanning for loot, or battling borders, the right ship isn't just a choice. It's your edge in the fight to stay alive.
So ship choices, ship classes. Good.
You could go big with the Bastion.
There's like 3 or 4 classes
gadgets
for
and
ships.
guns, but they'll see you coming a light year away.
Heavy duty, more
Or go
weapons,
small with a
slower.
hunter. Just don't get caught.
Or
'cause
lighter.
Those shields will not last. Remember, your ship is your lifeline. You lose your ride, it's mission over. Your crew, on the other hand,
Oh, I wonder if you can hijack other ships. Because right now, what it seems like, you cannot do that. Maybe you can attack them and hijack them in that capacity, but you still need your ship to extract. You can't use an enemy player's ship to extract. That might be another game mechanic for solo players. I'm not sure. I don't know how this is going to work for solo players or duo players. That's even a thing.
can handle
Might just
whatever
matchmake
the
you with
Reach
some other
throws
players.
at them. Armed with the right weapons, tools, and special skills. It's all hands on deck. That's one
So each class has its own weapons and skills. To what degree that will change the game, and what will they be like an OP class most likely, or do you need one in each category to have a team? We'll find
thing
out.
the
So
Gamma
maybe no
Gang
duplicates.
understood. It's not about sticking to one job. It's about supporting your crew, mining for resources, keeping the engines running, putting out fires. Every crew member counts. Because when things start to heat up, it's either you or them.
It seems like you'll be at a massive disadvantage if you play this game solo or not with a team. It'll be very, very difficult, to say the least. Or if you do lose a team member within a fight against another team, you're pretty much going to lose the game. So you want to escape at all costs instead of keep fighting. Unless there's weapons to help out with that.
Living, breathing death trap. Cosmic storms, reach leeches, lava asteroids, and space mines. To get a handle on what's out there, you're gonna need to scout
Hazards and
ahead.
such.
Probes are your best bet to map the area. Locate hazards, supplies, and hidden treasures. It's also how the Gamma Gang stayed one step ahead of the other
So most likely you can scan from your ship, but you have to use this drone at all costs to go around and double check stuff that you need for resources.
crews. Fuel and ice. Without them, the job gets a lot tougher. If your reactor overheats, you'd better have ice on hand to
Oh, that's
cool
cool.
it down.
That's so cool.
Fuel gives your ship the
So your goal will be to harvest material within that game in order for you to actually keep on going with your ship in that same match. That is so cool.
extra boost it needs for a quick getaway.
I wonder if this actually carries over to other matches. Like if you got more resources you can keep for the next round, so you don't have to harvest as much and you can play for the in-game mission earlier. Or is this always going to be like part of the gameplay loop? Which I think it will be. I think you always get a fresh start and then gameplay loop. And then what you bring is just your class and your ship. No other loot.
Running out won't leave you stranded, but trust me, without it, you're as good as Reach dust. If you want to pull this off, you'll need the best loot you can find. All over the Reach are lost caches of cutting-edge ship upgrades, powerful
nice.
weapons, and gear
So
that gives you the upper
freebies.
hand. But do not get cocky. The better the goods, the tougher they'll be to grab. This place is teeming with vicious little surprises.
Oh, I see.
Grab what you can and make it quick, because those
That's
other
very
prospectors
nice. So the same capacity when you have airdrops in the game, in any other game, the airdrop happens, everybody goes there to get the airdrop, to get the loot. It happens here as well. So there'll be a notification that there's loot here, or some type of radius or map icon that highlights higher tier loot in this location, where other players will try to go for the high tier loot in order to make it easy for them to verse other players. But first they have to destroy what's ever there in order to reach that weapon area. I wonder if you could just do like a speedrun strat and just pick up items while being invisible with certain classes, and just use those items on your ship or on your character in order to kill other players after. I don't know. We'll have to find
Watch
out.
the party at any moment. Which reminds me, watch your back. Because those rival squads will try to board your ship. Keep your
Oh, you
guns
can.
loaded, your multi-tools ready
So,
to
Harrison
repair.
is the thing.
They'll
You
do
can hijack?
everything they can to try to
Can you use
sabotage.
enemy ships though?
Don't let
That'll be a cool mechanic. Ooh, you can break through the glass and everything.
Now, back to the big score. The artifact. You never know where it'll pop up, or what kinds of hell you'll have to go through to get it. Many prospectors went in that day, but only the Gamma Gang came out.
So it seems like it's not just the PvP experience that happens when you try and collect the artifact. There'll be a whole bunch of objectives or things that in your path that you have to surpass in order to reach the artifact in the first place. That's so cool.
But it wasn't over yet. They made a mad dash for the Wildgate, and the other crews were hot on their tail. Which brings us back to here. Now, the Gamma Gang did make it to the Wildgate, but I never said they made it through. They had the guns, the
That's
fuel,
unlucky.
the upgrades.
That's absolutely
the plan
unlucky.
was perfect. Or so they thought. Because there was one thing they didn't expect. me.
Oh, so he was in the ship, but he couldn't
That's
control
the
it,
Reach,
but he made
kid.
sure that he destroyed the
Play
enemy ship.
fair.
That's
You
nice,
don't
I like
have
that.
to either. Because out here, the only plan that counts is the one you make up on the fly.
Yeah, it seems like you need your ship in order to extract with the artifact. So I wonder if you can destroy enemy ship or kill everybody in the enemy ship and then use your artifact that you've collected in that enemy ship and go through the portal to escape. Or what happens when you destroy the enemy ship? Do all players that cease to exist after that point from that squad? Is that a thing? What happens? I don't know about that. But it seems interesting. Very, very interesting. That is Wildgate, the new FPS multiplayer game that reminds me of Marauders or extraction shooters like Hunt Showdown, and a whole bunch of games merged together to make this amazing abomination. And I'm so down for it. I'm absolutely so excited for this. If you want to see more videos on Wildgate, tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. As always, mates, it's been a pleasure, and I'll catch you, mates, next time. Bye-bye.